What is up? So today, got a little bit of an interesting thing for you. As you can see, we've got this card, which doesn't seem too good until you combine it with this card, this hideous beast, right? So, Mourntart, banish all units to your graveyard, then boost self by 1 for each. Now, kind of the idea with it is to get a lot of units down, right, into your graveyard, and then last play is this to get just massive boost onto it, right? And so this was typically done with Kiki warriors. Get them down, and then they would eat other units, spawn new versions of the self. You want that in round 1, get a bunch of them in the graveyard, maybe a little bit round 2, a little bit round 3, and it's a little bit hit or miss from kind of what I'd see. You're typically playing Spring Equinox on things such as like your drones and then rats or whatever, because it purifies them so they lose the doom status when they go in. But Spring Equinox, you're not getting any points on, and it's not really good for like being ahead. It can kind of, right, if you're behind, you're staying behind. If you're ahead, you're not doing anything to kind of keep your gap. Well, I was opening up some kegs and I got this guy, and I was like, well, that card is junk. Just kind of thought it was like whatever, just picked it, just threw it in just to have it for the collection. And then right before bed, I was sitting there, I'm like why is that even a card? Like, that's just not good. And then I was like, oh my gosh, yes it is. This is phenomenal. So when he purifies all of the units, right, if you have your like board pretty much stacked with doom units, right, in like round 1, you drop him and that purifies all of it. That is so many units going into your graveyard. In the 2 games you're about to see, I'm having like 23 to almost 30 units in the graveyard. And that's just giving you a huge Mourntart. So you're not typically only going to win on that alone. So we'll kind of go through the package just really fast. We'll get into it. Before we do, this is done in casual. Didn't know how it'd go in any sort of rank thing. I also just woke up that morning, threw together this list, so there's definitely some room for tweaking, can mess with later or whatever. And then in the first game, I wasn't respecting last say as much and kind of gave that up too easy. So, little spoiler alert, we get punished for that, but second game is worth a look at with the power that this has. Anyways, so Plague Maiden, spawn 7 rats in a row, right? We got 7 things plus this going in, right? So you can get this purified, a lot of units from Mourntart. We're also running Magic Lamp here because it's next unit in the graveyard, and then Arrakis Swarm just kind of gives some more synergies. Again, if you can purify them, that's 5 units in there. Can also help with a short round because those 5 units with Yennefer is phenomenal for a very short round. Triss is going to be pulling Bone Talisman, right? Incredibly strong. Then we got Predatory Dive for control options, because a lot of people don't respect that. Spores for another control option. Spring Equinox, Arrakis Nest. She's got a lot of good targets that play into it. Germain, again, another thing. You're getting your cows down, so extra units. Arrakis Behemoth, because we'll have a lot of drones. Might as well boost them up. Pretty good for round 1. And also spawns 2 new ones. Necromancy, that's going to be for replaying something like warriors, really, but also eggs, doing neckers and larva because they spawn an extra unit. Drowner for control option because that movement, very, very handy. Drug Queen, again, spawning. Siegfried, Mourntart, there's your kind of big power thing. This is to give this zeal, right? So when you play it, that you're getting the value. Now the interesting thing is if people hold on to a heat wave, right? So you play this as your second to last, and then they don't see a good heat wave target, they might just go ahead and get rid of that, and that's not going to play. To have that happen, something to keep mindful of. Parasite, pretty self-explanatory, and some of these organic ones obviously have synergy with the leader. Arrakis Nest spawning units, and then Spring Equinox is another purify. If you do manage to have enough time ahead and you realize you can get that extra purify off if you don't have Siegfried, or if you're doing a round push 2 thing or whatever, or in round 3 you're going to purify like an Arrakis Nest or whatever before your Kiki warriors start eating them. Just kind of worth to have 1 in there, maybe 2 with Triss. But yeah, so just to recap really fast, general idea here is to get a lot of units on there, on your board round 1, purify them so they actually go into your graveyard, and then you're wanting Mourntart for a last say. Really try to get that last say for absolutely massive unit, really like 20-30 points, and then also going wide and then boosting yourself should help round 1 and can help short rounds, long rounds, anything like that. Like that package, we're kind of going in for this little, you know, somewhat of a meme play here, but the other package here is pretty nice. And then Oneiromancy for consistency. Anyways, we'll get into it. Lockdown. Why? This is casual. Why? Why does casual have to be so sweaty? Alright, that's good. That's good. It'll be consuming that, so we can kick this. Pretty good. We're not gonna need spores. That is perfect. Yeah, we'll go with this. We're gonna get everything down and we're gonna purify all of it, and that should be pretty sweet. Okay, Germain's gonna be taking up quite a bit in the melee row, so we'll play this back here. Or we could save that. I think we need to get the purify as soon as possible. Before he potentially starts picking off all the units. Only thing is, don't have our Kikimore warriors. Would be nice. Would be nice, but
you won't take us alive.
Still in a pretty decent spot. Because as long as we can get these in, the leader's really handy. Not only for extra units, but for feeding the Kikimore wars. Okay, got a Witcher.
Witchers never die in their
Seem melee locked. Alright, do your thing. Denies value on that. Pretty sweet, pretty sweet. We take these. But yeah, leader's nice for feeding those things, getting extra units, you know, on there that you can purify, help Mourntart, or, you know, for a short round with like Yennefer. Pretty good stuff. We do have a Witcher deck. Witchers versus monsters. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would fill it out, and then we play him up on melee. That'll be good, and then we can hit him with the Bone Talisman. And honestly, it would probably lead to a solid round 1 win. I don't think that's committing too much at all. I mean, Germain, but Siegfried. Do some more. It's so funny having him in this, just with him being Order of the Flaming Rose and all. But he's sure this is the deck to put him in, I feel like. A little homebrew here. I feel that's an interesting commitment. I feel that's an interesting commitment.
Negotiate with terrorists. Never.
Beautiful. Oh man, if this combo goes off, it's gonna be some good stuff.
I never miss.
Beautiful. Alright, I think we're taking our pass here, though. Because he's sure throwing a lot of gold cards at us.
Makes no difference
Yeah,
to me.
we're getting out. Last say is going to be pretty important in this. But we could lose because of that. But nothing to worry about. Kick that. That will be handy. Well, we don't really have our Kiki more, so we can kick this. There we go. There we go. I think this is just our dry, because then that gets 2 in the graveyard. He's turning a Witcher thing. Last is actually probably really important the more I think about that. Get that gigantic unit and he's just gonna take it away. Alright. Problem is, you also Kiki more warriors earlier. Necromancy would be good when and if they get dealt with. We also need to probably see a lot of stuff here. We're gonna kick this. That's pretty good. Actually, well, not really, because it's gonna row fill, unfortunately. And we can pull with the Neuromancy if we need to. Is it? Okay, so I think we would play eggs and Endrega up on melee, and then have these going off down and ranged. It's probably the call. Can we narrow for Peach? Can narrow for Yennefer? Some good spots here. Okay, let's start with this. Magnification. Already then. Not seeing this card as much as you'd used to, but usually gonna scare opponents into baiting out some removal because they're afraid it'll grow. I mean, it can grow really big, but I don't know. I saw a card, but I'm thinking needing to be hyper scared of. That is something we kill.
Don't make me laugh.
Do we have? That's just gonna be Parasite. Alright, let's get our Kiki more warriors going. At the very least, if we can get a talisman, it'll be decent. Yennefer should hit pretty hard. If he has a Kahir, oh, we already got the Geralt. Please hope that's his only token.
Let's get this over with.
Please, 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 please. That would be perfecto. I think he's playing that a little early with the way monsters go. Like that 9 card's kind of always going to be there. Probably not playing defender. You might want to hang on to it.
Beaters forward. Let the hunt
But
begin.
here probably comes his Ox. It's Ox, I think, is the lock one. Yeah, Ox. But I mean, helps us by him playing. Yep. Alrighty then.
There is no escape.
What do we necro for? And Draga maybe, just for some extra, a little bit of thrive extra for hopefully a talisman. Or do we, for love or for the eggs? We want points down. We'll just go with this. Those locks hurt, but what can you do? I don't think we're pulling this one off. I mean, look at the size of our graveyard here, so if he does stick, good spot. Purify this place.
All these signs mean but one thing.
Okay, so he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we go for Yennefer's probably the call. It's gonna play for. That's gonna get us more on there. Cause Yennefer's huge though. Yeah, we'll just do that. We'll just hope this sticks.
Nothing to pick up when I'm done with you.
It does or it doesn't. Now we play this now. Hopefully we got all his locks out. Hopefully he doesn't have any little damage. But it will be a learning experience with whatever happens. That is to be certain. We'll see. Hey, it was a bad call. Should have done this.
Improvise.
Wow. Alrighty then. Okay. Survive, my friend. Survive! Look at this graveyard. I just want to get it off. Even if it dies instantly afterwards, I just would like to get it off. It would be beautiful. It would be perfect. Whew. I was thinking for a second somehow that he had locked it. I don't know why, but it was. Look at that. Look at that.
I sense strong magic.
Reset the power of a unit. That's probably what we're going for here. Okay, if he can't kill it, we're good. It's gonna be a Leo, isn't it? Yeah, he'll win by a couple points if he kills Mourntart. Igni. Oh, I hate to see it.
Damn it.
Dang, it's still close though. That's crazy. Yeah, we gotta be more mindful of last say. But it's pretty respectable Mourntart if I do say so myself. That's Siegfried popping off on it. Pretty good to see that.
Onward! Attack!
Royal inspiration. That's good. Okay, we're not gonna want this now. These might be good. That's really good. Can use him for Siegfried. We'll kick this. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Well, one was any break to report.
And we have her leader ability. Okay. We're gonna start with Antony and Draga Queen, Germain. Purify and Bone Talisman is probably the order. Let's play here. You can also throw in a Maracas Behemoth, but yeah, we're pushing this guy pretty hard. And we have the resources to do so. I say here? No, not the armor.
We'll defend our homes.
It's really been fun
no matter
trying
what.
to include him in decks and seeing how well he actually works with a lot of it. Saw that card when it like first I opened it in a cave and I was like, well, that doesn't seem that great. And then the more you experiment with it, the more you're like, oh heck yeah.
I so dislike being disturbed.
E. Do we just go ahead and go for Purify here? I mean, if we lose one cow, that's alright. I think we're gonna go for Behemoth and then... because we lose... we gain one in that way, instead of just trying to Purify now. Bye-bye, cow. Now we do Siegfried for the Purify. We still have room to play.
Left, right.
Yennefer isn't
left,
the best
right.
one. Sheesh. Is 2 bleeding? Yeah. Okay. Anything else I'm forgetting here? Alright. Oh. Trying to maximize. Maximize some of the Purify value we get here. Where you at? There you are.
Negotiate with terrorists. Never.
That's an awesome animation. This is gonna play big points. Shoot. No Yennefer.
Spirit. That's what matters.
Well... we're getting some good gold cards out of it. We're honestly not playing super hot. So that's 18 points. We definitely play that. Ah. I like to play. Good. Can't really play anything else though, so we're out of here. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, Yennefer will play huge here. Alright. We take our pass. It's really unfortunate we're not able to like get last hit because I feel like this deck has pretty big potential to get done more. But alas. It's a good dry pass card. I need a... that is good. He pushes. I'm just gonna kick that in case he goes for it. Look at this graveyard already. Yeah.
Enough chit-chat. Draw your
Don't ever sleep on Drowners. Such a good card. Okay, we're gonna play this melee. Oh, Nero for Triss, maybe.
I fight for him, bleed for him, yet what do I get?
I want to play that, but I think it's just gonna get taken out. But try and get Plague Maiden. People really like to push monsters, and I don't know why. Now, obviously, it could work with this guy because it's not the most resilient, but like, they'll straight up push like a Fruits of Iskith. Alright. We're losing, like, we're not consuming that value, so that's a little unfortunate. But Yennefer's gonna slap here. Alright, he's going all in. Hopefully we don't have to. Use our combo here.
You crossed the wrong sorceress.
Good. Okay. Get extra. I mean, we should keep card advantage here. Like, why wouldn't we? And that Nate guarantees last say. Like, I kind of want to play more into it, but that's just not smart. It's just not smart. 26 units in her graveyard. That is awesome. We got the Necromancy. This is not playing for any good value. We can draw better. That's pretty decent for a Triss. It's not the worst. That's unfortunate. We just play this probably out there. Oh yeah, we got our leader thing going off with the extra units, that's good. Oh. Oh. That is not good at all. Do we just go ahead and try and Triss here? That is not good.
Enough! Do something! Stop mucking about!
Shut up.
I will not let this become a second Sodom.
Eh. That's probably the best one. We at least dealt with that one. Probably got more. In which case we are screwed. Because it's short rounds, so it's not like the worst thing ever. But, okay. This is where...
I've had battles go awry, but this topples them all!
That's where, Predatory Dive comes in handy. That's why I love that card. Okay. Let's try and get this... Oh, where is it? This popping off? As much time as possible for that. Shoot. Hey! Hey! That's pretty good. You got an extra unit in there. Thank you, good sir. Okay, play this.
Scrub this, scrub that, for fuck's sake, I'm sick of these chills.
What if he has artifact removal? Then we lose, but we gotta go for it. swear if it's a heat wave. Oh. My friend.
For me,
My
for
friends.
each other.
This is just too good. This is just too good. Oh, it goes big, and we get it. Let's go. That is satisfying. Homebrew deck working out. Got the one game. Nice, nice, nice. Some fun plays in that. Fun plays. For sure, for sure.